Hi, and welcome back to Fragrance University. I'm Caitlin, and this candle course video will teach you everything you need to know about candle wicks. Candle wicks are made of cotton and other fabric materials that are tightly knit together to create a string. These strings sometimes contain cores made of cotton, paper, or zinc. Before use, wicks are mordanted. Mordanting refers to the chemical process of making the wick flame retardant. This ensures the wick doesn't just fizzle out once lit and instead continues to burn as the candle melts. Wicks serve as a flame source and a fuel pipeline. When you light a wick, it catches fire and begins melting the candle wax. As it burns, the carbon and hydrogen atoms within the candle wax moves up the wick and into the flames. To help facilitate the process, the wicks are primed. This means they are dipped into unscented, uncolored wax for about 5 minutes to fill any air pockets the wick may contain. Doing so allows the air pockets to escape, which makes the wick burn more effectively. Before being placed in candles, a wick must be tabbed. A wick tab is the flat metal component that is placed into the bottom of the candle container or mold prior to pouring the wax. These tabs come in a range of sizes, usually measured in millimeters. The size of the wick tab you use is dependent on the candle size and type. Wick tabs are made with hollow necks that the wick can be placed into. These necks come in a variety of heights that prevent the wicks from burning all the way to the base of the candle. This ensures that the wick is not able to burn down to the bottom of the candle's container, preventing the container from failing or burning the surface underneath. Because of this, tapping your wick is an absolute must, regardless of what type of candle you make. Before and after each burn, candle wicks should be trimmed to 1/4 of an inch. Pay attention to not only your wick length, but also your wick diameter. A wick's number refers to the size of the diameter it's capable of burning. As the number goes up, the diameter of wax it's able to melt will also go up. The thicker the wick is, the larger the melt diameter will be. If your wick is too large, excess carbon will form and cause a mushroom-like shape to form at the end of the candle wick after burning. This is referred to as mushrooming. Wicks also play a role in your candle's scent throw. As mentioned in our candle fragrance course video, a candle's scent throw refers to how strongly the fragrance circulates. If your wick is too small, your burn pool will produce a weak scent throw. If your wick is too large and creates an oversized burn pool, the fragrance will be burned off without producing a strong throw. Other components of your candles will also play a role in how you choose your wick. Fragrance oils exhibit different flash points. This refers to the temperature at which the fragrance combusts. Fragrances with lower flash points will easily travel up the wick as the candle burns, so a wick with too large of a diameter may cause the fragrance to combust and release an unpleasant smell. Likewise, fragrances with higher flash points need wicks of larger diameters to prevent the fragrance oil from clogging the wicks. Using the improper colorant for your candles will also prevent the wick from burning properly. Please refer to our candle course video on proper candle colorants for more information on how to appropriately color your candles. With all the science of wicks out of the way, let's discuss the different types of wicks available to you. When choosing the right wick for your candle, you should aim for a few key things: keeping a consistent flame, having an even burn pool across your candle, and maintaining a very low level of smoke. This includes making sure excess soot is not produced when burning your candle. There are hundreds of available wick types to choose from. The 3 main types, flat, square, and cord, are determined by the fiber construction and bonding abilities. Flat wicks, which are either braided or twisted, are made from bundles of fibers that create a consistent burn. As the wick burns, it becomes curled. This acts as a self-trimming effect that prevents the wick from becoming too tall and thus creating too large of a flame. Square wicks are also braided or twisted, but are rounder than flat wicks. These wicks also curl when they're burned, but the larger, more robust structure allows them to burn through wax in candle types that flat wicks may not. Finally, cord wicks are either braided or twisted around a cord that holds them upright while burning. Common core materials include cotton, paper, or zinc. Historically, these cores contained lead, but as of 2003, all core wicks must be produced with no lead in them. All of the 3 wick types are either braided or twisted. Braided wicks are a higher quality choice, as they offer slow and consistent burns. The most common braided wicks are square and flat braided. Twisted wicks, on the other hand, are a lower quality. They have a tendency to burn faster due to their loose fiber construction. This makes them great for short-term use, such as birthday or tea light candles. Wooden wicks, which are placed in a category of their own, have grown greatly in popularity because of their pleasing appearance and gentle crackling sound. They are made of brittle wood such as balsa. If your candle is 4 inches or more in diameter, you may need to use 2 or 3 wicks to achieve a proper burn pool. Double or triple wicks should be centered and placed at least 1 inch from one another. This creates an equal burn pool across the entire candle. No matter which wick you choose, pay close attention to its burning rate. The burning rate of your candle wick is the amount of wax that is consumed by the wick. If you have a higher burn rate, the candle will consume more wax. The last thing that we'll touch on in this course video is soot. What is it, and why should you avoid it? Soot is produced when fuel is not completely consumed and is generated by many different sources. Although many wax producers may claim that their wax will burn soot-free, this simply cannot be backed by science. All waxes will produce some amount of soot, or else they would not burn brightly. While some claim that paraffin waxes are to blame for soot production, the reality is that incorrect wick selection plays one of the largest roles in this. Choosing a wick might be on the bottom of your priority list, but it can ultimately make or break your candle production. Testing your different wicks on your selected wax, container, dye, and fragrance oil is a thorough way to see which option will work best for you. That about sums it up for wick science and selection. If you found this video helpful, give Fragrance U's many other candle course videos a watch. My name is Caitlin, and thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.